The Bandits going with Kat Sandercock because of her success against the Cascade in the series earlier this year. Just over a 1 ERA compared to Lexi Kilfoyle, who's had a great season. She did last season as well, but Kat Sandercock, the ERA much lower. Lexi Kilfoyle up near 4, Kat Sandercock near 1.
Kilfoyle 6-0 with a sub-2 ERA. Sandercock 4-1 with a 2.43. Sammy Williams at the hot corner, maybe the front runner for the AUSL Hitter of the Year, flashing the leather for the first out.
Kat Sandercock is known for her drop balls. She'll throw that pitch about 66% of the time, but her rise ball, since she was at Florida State, has been getting hitters out. It is her best strikeout pitch. She'll throw it 23% of the time and also mix in a changeup. When you saw her pitch at Florida State working with head coach Lonnie Alameda, she came in as a freshman, drop, gradually increased the usage of her rise ball, and now opponents hitting just 167 off of that rise ball. It's her lowest batting average against.
She's been a big reason why the Chicago ERA is second best as a team in the league. It's a 3.64 on the season. Since her and Lexi Kilfoyle returned, it's been 3.01. Chicago is 4-1 on the year against Portland as Sandercock catches the inside corner for strike one. Sierra Sacco-Ferry at the plate is on a tear. 5-game hit streak. She has a hit in 7 of the last 8 games. Also showing off some of her power with 3 doubles in that span. Fouls this off, and now a 2-2 count.
Has battled through injury this year as well. She missed several games. It just kind of had a slow start back in June, but the way that she's entered back into this lineup and swung the bat very well, it's been a difference maker at the top of this order for the Cascade, hitting close to 400 in July for Sacco-Ferry.
298 average on the season. Back up the middle. That's a base hit. It's just what they want to see with number 43, Megan Grant, walking into the batter's box. 10 home runs in the regular season, second most in an AUSL year to Maya Brady, the rookie out of UCLA. She has hit 52 home runs since the start of the college season in February. Grant turns on it, foul.
They pitched her inside. Kat Sandercock pitched her inside with her drop ball in the regular season. I was thinking about that before the game. And look, first pitch to Megan Grant, inside drop ball, and Grant just missed it. But looking for that side of the plate, understanding that Kat Sandercock, that is how she threw her in the regular season.
Sandercock ahead, 0-1. Grant takes, and now in a 2-strike count. She has 10 hits this year with runners on base. 6 of them have been home runs. First professional hit was a 313-foot bomb. Sacco-Ferry will stay put at first. It's a 1-2 count.
Yeah, and that's a ball that Sacco-Ferry needs to be standing at second base. She has really good speed. Not sure if maybe her view was blocked because Megan Grant, a left-handed hitter, she couldn't quite see what Jacopo, how far the ball had gotten away from her. But Sacco-Ferry should be standing at second base if she got a better read.
Grant went up after that pitch and fouls it straight back. We welcome our new audience to College Station, Texas, on the campus of Texas A&M. It's Dell Diamond hosting, or excuse me, it is Davis Diamond hosting the AUSL Championship play-in game for the first time ever. Alongside Amanda Scarborough, a Texas A&M Hall of Famer, I'm Chucky Kemp. Anna Camden, the third member of our team. Winner of this goes to the AUSL Championship Series starting Saturday against Utah. You made it just in time to see Megan Grant. Grant skies this on the infield. Jocelyn Erickson, the rookie out of Florida, makes the catch. It's a big out number 2 for Kat Sandercock.
That is a massive out for Kat Sandercock, who got her out on a rise ball. Megan Grant saw just about everything from Kat Sandercock. She worked her in with her drop, worked her out with her drop, and then ultimately worked from ahead in that entire at bat against Megan Grant and got her out on a rise ball, which is an improved pitch. And the way that Kat Sandercock has been throwing that pitch has been tough to hit this season. Opponents hitting just 167 off of her rise ball. She's known to be a drop ball pitcher, but Chucky, that rise ball is going to be something that the Cascade will have to go up and have a good plan against in this game if they want to have success against her.
Chicago won 4 of the 5 regular season meetings. The interesting part is the 3 teams remaining, they all beat up on each other. Chicago beat Portland 4 times. Portland beat Utah, the #1 seed, 4 times. And Utah beat Chicago 4 times. 0-2 count to the rookie out of Arizona, Sydney Stewart. Takes outside, ball 1.
So that Kat Sandercock drop ball, she'll throw about 65% of the time. It's her go-to pitch. Will create a lot of ground ball action for her infield back behind her. But this rise ball, wait for it to come at any moment alongside her changeup. She goes up, down, and change.
Stewart waits on that, rips to left. It's going to get by Dayton. Sacco Ferry reeling around third base. She will score, and Portland is on the board.
Sydney Stewart gets herself a changeup that is right over the heart of the plate. She's a little bit out in front of it, but she's still so strong and sees that that's a mistake out over the heart of the plate. And Bella Dayton, who is an experienced left fielder, she played there at Texas, has played there professionally. That is a mistake by her. It gets by her, and the Cascade put the first run on the board.
And you'll notice a theme here. This is the 3rd consecutive rookie to come to the plate for Portland. This is a young group for their general manager, Jamie Loprise, who is one of a handful of Texas A&M Aggies returning home to College Station. Cahalan fouls that back, strike 1.
So there's been 2 mistakes that Kat Sandercock has thrown, one with her rise and then one with her changeup. And the Cascade have done a really good job of taking advantage of those early mistakes. Sacco Ferry hit a rise ball right back up the middle of the field to find a way to get on, and then the changeup hit off the bat of Sydney Stewart, hitting secondary pitch as well for Kat Sandercock early.
Outside 2-1. You joined us late. Kat Sandercock, one of 4 Chicago Bandits that joined the team late from Japan. Since that point, if they got full strength, they have won 12 of the last 14. They're the hottest team in the AUSL. They found themselves in the playoff game due to a regular season finale loss against Utah, who awaits the winner of this game. To the right side, Agbayani off her glove. Here comes Stewart around, and the Cascade are going to plate 2 in the top of the 1st.
Couple of balls off the glove. This is what we saw in the end of the regular season. Some close plays defensively that led to runs for the opposing team. So 2 balls off the glove of defenders for the Bandits, including this one off the glove of Agbayani, who was a Gold Glover at second base for Oklahoma in her rookie season. Her job is just to keep that ball on the infield, and that distance between her and the ball is going to score Cascade another run. But I'm going to call it an error in what happened in left field by Bella Dayton, and then that ball off the glove of Agbayani. Not sharp defense going on for Chicago early in this game.
That will prompt Lexi Kilfoyle, the hard-throwing right-hander in her 3rd professional season, to go out to the bullpen and maybe start loosening up a little bit here in College Station.
So neither of those are going to be scored as errors. The one that got past Bella Dayton and then the one that got past Agbayani. So currently Chicago has no errors on the board, but a couple of defensive, I'm going to call mistakes made by them that have led to 2 Cascade runs.
Kendra Falby takes outside ball 1. Falby right in the middle of this order, trying to start things up with her speed. 1 on, 2 outs. That 2-out hitting that we've seen great improvement from Portland in July. A 90-point jump from their 2-out numbers in June.
Well, in this season, it's been the tale of 2 different offenses for the 2 teams that are in this play-in game. Chicago, this entire season, has had one of the best offenses. The Portland Cascade, in terms of runs scored and batting average and all offensive categories, are at the bottom of the league. So what a start for the Cascade. They've been known to have better pitching and defense and play low-scoring games. So for them to come out and put a 2-spot up against the Bandits is a big statement for their offense. Made some noise with 2 outs in July.
Those are big-time improvements. Doubled their run total. That's in 1 less game. Just outside to Falby, 2-2. They've had a great feel for the strike zone, too, in this first inning. Closing in on the 30-pitch mark for Sandercock. Another foul ball, and this is just the 5th or 6th batter, I should say, that's come to the plate so far.
They're seeing a lot of pitches, fouling off a lot of pitches, and they chased a lot. You know, the first time that, or the 13 innings that they saw her in the regular season, they chased about 50% of the time when Sandercock threw against them in the regular season.
Swing and a miss. Cat closes the door. Portland on the board, 2-0. Skylar Wallace and company next. That dynamic duo right at the top of this Bandits starting lineup, presented by Rawlings. Can they get to the veteran in the circle out of LSU in her 8th professional season, Carly Hoover? This was a tough decision. We weren't sure what Portland would do, but they go with the veteran in Hoover.
Yeah, I think that Carly Hoover has been maybe the most consistent pitcher on the Cascade pitching staff. So giving the oldest pitcher, the veteran on this Cascade pitching staff, the ball in the most important game of the season. She's really tall, still has that long stride that you saw when she was at LSU. The ball gets on top of you in a hurry. 43% of the time she'll throw that fastball and then also mix in her curve and her drop. Something she's done really well is work both sides of the plate and work off the plate. She'll need to do that tonight.
Against Chicago, she's made 4 appearances this year, 8 1/3, and has given up 8 earned runs in that time. But she has been dominant against a number of the other teams in the league, against the Volts, against Carolina. This is a different group in Chicago, top 2 in all the major offensive categories. Skylar Wallace has played in just 15 games since her return from Japan. She finished 7th in the AUSL in hits.
And this Skylar Wallace-Sammy Williams combination at the top has been lethal for pitchers and defenses. They have been hitting the ball with such a high exit velocity, hitting the ball out of the ballpark, having quality at bat after quality at bat, barreling up almost everything when it comes off their bat.
1-2 inside to Wallace, 2-2. Wallace and Williams are both top 2 in average and on base percentage. They're both top 3 in slugging percentage. And then individually, they're littered across the top 5 in almost all the major categories offensively. Wallace goes down on strikes.
That is a big out for Carly Hoover, especially after grabbing the lead in the top of the first inning, to get out Skylar Wallace, who is right on top of the plate, and throw to her a runner or a fastball that's right at the knees, getting her to chase off the plate. Skylar Wallace with 2 strikes is so tough, hitting over 400. Big out.
Ball 1 inside to Sammy Williams. 6th-year pro, California native, played her college ball at Iowa State, where she was the greatest to ever come out of that program. She has had a ridiculous season. 34 RBIs, leads the AUSL, 12 doubles. 7 home runs.
Well, and I think that in her at-bats this summer, she just has been so prepared. She is a hitter that knows exactly the approach and the pitch that she's looking for. And when you look at how she's performed against all the different types of pitches, drop, rise, changeup, she's so consistent. There is no weakness for her when you look at those numbers in the summer that she has had, just barreling up everything.
Her head coach, Shonda Stanton, said her consistency has just been amazing, said she's so smart. She will give you the action that you need in her at-bat. She's going to put the ball in play and do the right things. So I mentioned all those power numbers, all the RBIs. She also won a game on a walk-off squeeze bunt.
Oh, just recently, too, a big game. Shonda Stanton, the head coach of the Bandits and also head coach of Indiana. She loves to push the envelope on the base pass when she gets runners, stealing bases, putting defenses in motion, or putting runners in motion.
Sammy Williams is on with a 1-out walk. One on, 1 out for Morgan Zirkle, who's one of the best hitters in the league a year ago. Has had another great season as a 10th-year pro out of Milton, West Virginia. Very small town close to Huntington, where she went to school at Marshall and is now the head coach.
Well, and you'll notice in this Bandits lineup, there are a lot of left-handed hitters. There's only 2 hitters from the right-hand side, and Sammy Williams and Marriott Copo. Everybody else is left-handed, and when you look at Carly Hoover's stats going up against left-handed hitters, they're actually hitting 279 off of her. That's a pretty high clip, but against righties, it drops 100 points to 170. So she's really going to be tested today to see if she can be just pinpoint precise with that outside corner to all the lefties that she will face in this game today.
What does she do to righties that makes her so difficult?
It's the way that she's able to throw her curveball away from them and get a little bit off the edge of the plate.
Zirkle, kind of a little tap bunt. Megan Grant makes a nice off-balance play for out number 2.
And if you want to beat the Bandits, you have to defend their short game. This play had to have been made by Megan Grant. She got a good jump on it. Look at the angle that she takes. She's moving toward first base. Actually did not even get a good read on it, but is able to adjust with her footwork to grab that away from Kinley Cahalan. If that gets past Megan Grant, that is a hit for Zirkle. What an important second out for the Cascade defense.
Carly Hoover loves that from the rookie Megan Grant, not just the bat. She's playing the hot corner well. First pitch strike to Mac Barbara. I mentioned some of the Texas A&M Aggies coming home. Barbara played her first 3 years at San Diego State, but finished her career right here at Texas A&M 2 years ago in 2025. Hit .366 with 12 homers and 68 RBIs, and the crowd remembered her. They interviewed her and Tori Vidalis pregame. The crowd loved when they got to hear from Mac Barbara.
Oh yeah, just that 1 year at Texas A&M, but she made a big impact, and this A&M program came up with a lot of big hits. And the one thing that Tricia Ford, her head coach at Texas A&M, talked to Shawna Stanton and Jenny Dalton-Hill about Mac Barbara is she can swing it at this level. It's why she's in the lineup.
Takes just outside. Portland wanted the call. It's 1-2 count instead. Barbara was a great boost for this team who's dealt with absences, who's dealt with injuries. She was one they picked up in late June out of the reserve pool. As you see the rain falling here in College Station. But she got off to a good start. She's hitting .429 with runners in scoring position. Barbara, oh, to Tori, who takes it away in familiar territory. Portland 2, Chicago 0. This inning we are going amid the action with Tori Vidalis, presented by Zillow. Tori mic'd up in the field, 2-time All-American here at Texas A&M. Not just the first home run in this stadium's history, the first 3 home runs in this stadium's history. Tori, when you finished up at A&M, did you ever think you'd be back here?
Never in a million years did I think I would be back, especially 8 years after I graduated. It's pretty crazy. Oh, thank you.
Let Tori get done with her huddle real quick before we get started. Carly Hoover out there for inning number 2 of work after a good first inning against this dangerous Chicago lineup. Jocelyn Erickson will lead off this inning for the Bandits.
Tori, how did this team end up here in its first year as an expansion team? How did you guys do it and get to this point?
You know, that's a great question. I think a lot of people look at us and look at the numbers and, you know, try to break down the game, and they don't really have an answer, right? We're not at the top in average. I don't know if we're at the top in ERA. We should be. Our pitchers are filthy, disgusting, nasty. But I think, see you! Yes, Car! The one thing about teams that people forget is how you all come together. And I think the biggest thing that this team has done since day one is create the culture on this team and how we want to build this program, not just this year's team, but for the rest of. Yes! Get there! See you. So yeah, this year was really like building the foundation, see you, for what we want to come, and making sure everybody had an opportunity to show up as their best selves and compete at their best. So I think truly the togetherness, I mean, you even heard it in our circle, we say together because we want to play together, yes, sis, and we trust each other, and I think that makes a huge difference in the really tight moments. See you, Carly.
Okay, Aggie to Aggie, how cool is it for the championship and the playoffs to be right here in College Station at Davis Diamond?
Amanda, I mean, you know how special this place is to me, to Kennedy Powell on our team, to Jamie Loprice, our GM, and of course you up there in the booth. Like, my school hosting my professional team feels like a dream come true. I never ever thought I would be playing again on this dirt and looking up at the press box. I'm usually looking down onto the field from the press box. So what a nice switch up. It really feels like home. I'm trying to take in every pitch. Yeah, Car. Yes.
1-2 count to Jocelyn Erickson from Hoover.
Yes.
Another foul ball. Tori, what's this like? First time we've done a play-in game. Just take us into the locker room. Like, what's this feeling like as a player right now?
The vibes were great today. I think when you realize that this could potentially be your last time to play together, you just kind of bring a different energy. We're very grateful to be here. We feel like we're ready to play some more. Get there! Yes!
What a catch by Sierra Sacco-Ferry for out number one.
Such a good read. Sierra Sacco-Ferry has experience in center field and a lot of experience in left field as well, but she got a perfect read off the bat, knew that she could trust herself to dive for that ball that was diving down in front of her. This defense that the Cascade are playing early in this game against the Bandits are stealing outs and stealing hits.
Tori, we don't usually bring Anna in on this stuff, but she's got a question for you too.
All
right, Tori, I'm here with a special guest. Mr. Morales, I believe you have a question for your daughter.
Tori, did you ever in your wildest dreams believe you would be playing a professional softball game here at Davis Diamond?
Never, ever. All thanks to you two, Mom and Dad. Yes, Carly! Never thought I would be here. I definitely wouldn't have been here without my parents. I owe everything to them.
In the circle, but you can tell she is an older, seasoned, experienced pitcher, and it's a big reason that she's getting the ball today.
Tremendous all-around athlete growing up. She was a three-time All-State volleyball player in high school. Her mom, Jolene, was the head coach of Clemson volleyball forever, winningest head coach in that program's history. All she has known is high-level athletics. 3-1 now to Kern.
Oh, that is a great take by Taryn Kern, but you can tell that Carly Hoover is wondering where that pitch is. And think about Carly Hoover again, because she is a veteran and she has the experience. She's not scared to go inside to these lefties. Looked like that pitch painted the corner, but just missed, and Taryn Kern able to work it to a 3-1 count.
Inside ball 4. Kern aboard with 2 outs. If you love baseball with a twist, tune in Friday at 8 Eastern with the Savannah Bananas battle the Firefighters in Banana Ball at Wrigley Field. Live on ESPN2, Disney Plus, and streaming on the ESPN app. Day off tomorrow in the AUSL. The award ceremony will be held tomorrow night here in College Station. You will be hosting that event. See who all the major awards will go to. And then game 1 of the championship series between the winner of this and Utah Saturday on ABC.
First time pro softball will be on ABC.
Will it be a rematch between Chicago and Utah? There's some of Utah's players just a couple doors down from us looking on. That's the best pitching staff in the AUSL. Two of them are sitting right there. Montana Fouts in the middle, and then in the blue on the left of your screen, that's Georgina Korick.
Korick was the AUSL Pitcher of the Year last year in 2025 in that championship run, and very likely, I think Montana Fouts will be the Pitcher of the Year this year. She'd be my pick at least.
Some of her best competition is actually on the Chicago Bandits roster with Lexi Kilfoyle and Kat Sandercock. Kilfoyle unbeaten, has a tremendous ERA, just hasn't been here for the full season. See the rain still falling in College Station, the wind still gusting. Dayton lays off that pitch, and it's a 2-2 count.
I'm just not understanding where this rain is coming from. When you looked at the outlook even yesterday, it just didn't even show any rain at all, but something that these hitters and pitchers are fighting through as Bella Dayton is able to hold back.
Shonda Stanton, half inning ago, had a conversation with the home plate umpire, and she's actually had a couple words with the umpires just now, and you just wonder if that's, again, about this weather. It's just been so consistent. You can see on Shonda's face, I mean, she is soaking wet.
And it kind of stopped, and then it picked back up again.
It's Alex Ibarra, who actually is going to call College Station home, just recently announced as new assistant coach here at Texas A&M. Two-two, Dayton lifts it to left, foul territory, and a running catch by Sacco Ferry in the elements. She's made a couple nice plays out in left field. In that winner take all, so to speak, final regular season game against Utah for the #1 spot in the postseason. Had Chicago won that final game, they would be sitting in the booth 2 doors down watching Utah play Portland. On the flip side for the Cascade, it was out of their hands. They had to sit and watch Oklahoma City and root for Carolina to get one win over them, in which Carolina did on the final day of the season, as Corby Otis grounds out to Kat Sandercock, who's really started to settle in after that 30-pitch first inning. She took just 5 to go 1-2-3 in the second.
Well, and Kat Sandercock is not going to be a big strikeout pitcher, so she's going to need her defense on the ground, in the air, in the outfield to be able to help her make some of these outs. She's not going to have the double-digit strikeout numbers that you see from some of the pitchers in the AUSL, more of a pitch-to-contact pitcher. That's why those defensive mistakes are so critical when she's in the circle, because she's not going to get as many swings and misses.
Back at the top of the order here in the third, got Otis to ground out. Now Sacco Ferry, who singled and scored on the Sydney Stewart double. Three hits for Portland, none for Chicago in the first 2 innings. Sacco Ferry takes strike 2.
Well, and Kat Sandercock did such a good job of resetting in the top of the second inning. So after those 2 runs were scored, it was 3 up, 3 down, very efficient, low pitch count for her in the second, and then off to a good start here in the third.
Chicago has 3 familiar faces on this pitching staff: Odyssey Alexander-Bennett, Lexi Kilfoyle, and Taylor McQuillan. The new additions, Amber Pfizer and Kat Sandercock. There's also a third piece of this puzzle that is probably a little bit underrated, and she's standing in the dugout. Their pitching coach, Taryn Mowat-McKinney, who's done a tremendous job as the pitching coach at Mississippi State. You just wonder how she felt when Lexi Kilfoyle and Kat Sandercock hit back about halfway through the season. Hard hit ball foul.
She pitched professionally herself, playing for the Bandits when Bandits were not in the AUSL. This is the second season of the AUSL as we know it now, but the Bandits are a franchise that have been around for years, and Tara McKinney-Mowat was a pitcher for them, so you know it means a lot to her to be a coach for the team that she once played for.
Couple national championships as a superstar at Arizona in her college days. Sammy Williams playing a really good third base tonight. There's 2 away.
And the last time that Kat Sandercock faced Megan Grant, who is coming up now, Megan Grant had a nice at-bat against her, fouled off a lot of pitches, but ultimately it was the rise ball of Sandercock going up in the zone and getting Megan Grant to hit an easy pop-up to the infield. Megan Grant, a home run hitter. You have to be careful going up in the zone with the rise ball. That was a well-located pitch to get Grant out the first time.
Similar result here, and it's Erickson who comes in to make this catch and does. 7 straight retired for Kat Sandercock after 2 runs in the first inning. And Chicago gets the bats going.
Ignore her. Just kidding. That's Lana. That's Lana, and that's the Sammy Williams, my role model.
That is one of our favorite tools. The iPhone in the dugouts has been the gift that keeps on giving this year.
It has gotten some awesome personality from these players throughout the year. I've loved that access in the dugout. And, of course, Skylar Wallace due up this inning. And also the Sammy Williams, who might be the hitter of the year in the AUSL, also due up third.
Agbayani swinging first pitch. Grant on the move, makes the play. And there's 1 away to turn it over to the top of this order. Well, Portland's pitching staff, Tori Vidalis talked about it, the strength of this team. They were unbelievable out of the gates. And against the rest of the league, they've been tremendous. A 3.66 ERA, a 2.56 opponent batting average. But against Chicago, it's been different. And that's just what the Bandits can do to you.
Yeah, and there was a time in there for the Cascade pitching staff where I think they were run ruled 3 games in a row. It was a tough stretch for them because this team was built around a strong pitching staff. So they were able to overcome that. The Bandits being a big run producer against this Cascade pitching staff, and you saw it with the ERA.
The first time these 2 teams met, it was a 2-game series. Chicago won both games, and they hit .531 and scored 24 runs in those 2 games. The second time they met, for 3 games, Portland got one of those wins. They held Chicago to a .253 opponent average, and they scored just 14 runs in 3 games. In the dirt.
Yeah, Chicago's offense has just put up big numbers. I mean, hit for power. They've been able to use their speed. They've been able to hit for average. This Bandits offense really started to click, and once they did, they just got on a roll, passing the bat and putting up quality at bat after quality at bat.
Wallace into left field, tailing, and Sacco Ferry gave it a look. She can make those catches. Just can't quite get there in time. Saw Shonda Stanton a second ago, first-year head coach of the Chicago Bandits. Her and Skylar Wallace have been one of the best pairings you can ask for. We asked her about Skylar, and she said she's really good to be the spokesperson for the group. And she'll talk all about how much of an elite competitor she is. But so they got in a little bit later on Tuesday. Said she talked to Skylar, and Skylar said, look, I think we might need the night off. Just let us get our legs under us, get some rest, and we'll come out tomorrow and practice hard. And that's exactly what they did. Stanton trusted her enough to say, okay, we won't get together tonight and practice. We'll wait. So we saw them yesterday in the 110-degree heat out on this field, and they were putting in work.
And there was extra travel for the Bandits at the end of the year. Their last regular season series was supposed to be a home series for them in Chicago, but because of the smoke and the Canadian wildfire air, they had to move that series from Chicago to Portland. So that added some extra cross-country travel for the Bandits, as they had already just been in Portland before they went to the East Coast to play the Blaze, and then traveled all the way back to Portland. So a lot of travel late in the season that was unexpected for the Bandits.
1 on, 1 out for Sammy Williams. This Bandits offense has been so dynamic in back-to-back years in the AUSL. Have now gone 13 consecutive innings dating back to last year's championship series against Utah, scoreless in the postseason. This is a woman who could change that with one swing of the bat. 0 for 2 with runners on tonight. The 3 base runners have all been free passes. Strike 2. Crazy to think, too. You look back at the drafts when this season started, 2 additional teams. You have an expansion draft for just the 2 new teams picking off of the existing rosters. Then you have an allocation draft to fill those out. Sammy Williams was taken in the 4th round of the allocation draft. And she's likely going to be the AUSL Hitter of the Year, but Carly Hoover is having none of it. That is strikeout number 3.
When you think about what this lineup could be at the top with...
Quick break from the action, guys. And to those of you who've already subscribed or clicked to like and follow us, we certainly thank you. And you probably already received your free gift, and you can skip ahead. But for those of you who have not yet clicked that subscribe or follow button, we would like to ask you to do that for us because it really helps the channel. And we really appreciate those who support us so that we can keep making great content and growing this channel. So stay until the end of this video where we'll say thank you for watching and supporting us, but we'll do it in a tangible way you can personally enjoy and one that really brings actual value to you by giving you your choice of one of these 21 great digital guides or manuals you see on the screen right now covering a wide array of useful subjects, and you'll even be able to read their table of contents before you decide. And that's how we know that each one of you will find something helpful and beneficial to your life's current journey or your future goals. They're valued between $19 and $27, but completely free. We'll see you at the end of the video and then provide you the simple steps to go get it and select yours. Now back to the action, folks.
Erin Koffel, who was last year's Player of the Year in 2025, but not able to play the complete season in 2026, only played 15 games. She's out. Pro softball on ABC for the first time ever.
Driven to right field, first pitch of the inning, extra bases for Sydney Stewart, and it skips away, but Stewart will coast into second, her second double of the night. She had just 1 in the regular season.
Oh, her looked like she was kind of limping off after she got to second base. I hope that she's okay. Looks like she's grabbing that right ankle. Stays on a drop ball and just drives it the other way. That's 2 hits, 2 doubles for Sydney Stewart in this game. 1 on a changeup and now 1 on a drop ball outside. What a great piece of hitting by Sydney Stewart to lead this inning off. Everything looked okay when she rounded first base, but it was her right foot that rounded first and stepped on it. Wonder what went wrong.
She hit .228 in the regular season, but she hit .500 against Chicago. Both of her home runs were against the Bandits. Now 2 doubles after just 1 in 25 regular season games. She's got a chance to be a star in this league for a very long time.
Long levers, she's so tall. When you stand next to her, she's even taller than what I think she looks like on TV. And I think she looks tall on TV. But you go and stand next to her, and she has those long legs, long arms that can get to that outside pitch. One of the many impactful rookies and young players on this Cascade team.
This is another one, Kenley Cahalan, 25 games played and started in her rookie season as well, and all of them at shortstop. She's been excellent in the middle of this defense alongside Sis Bates at second base. And here it is, that young roster, just over 24 years of age on average.
So Kenley Cahalan and Megan Grant, 2 rookies on the left side of the defense for Portland. A lot of first-year players, so a lot of rookies and second-year players who just a year ago were the rookies in this league. So much youth on this Cascade team. Veteran leadership that they get from Sis Bates and Tori Vidalis, that their team was really built around that veteran leadership from those 2, knowing they'd be so young.
Cahalan goes down swinging for the first out of the inning. 10 first or second year players on this Cascade roster, which gives you the idea that they could grow together for a long time in this league. There is one of the veterans, though, Sis Bates. You said it, Jamie Low-Price. Very intentional with her draft picks of Sis Bates and Tori Vidalis, who it goes all the way back to Vero Beach, Florida, where they had spring training, and those 2 started rallying this team together. Tori was doing so virtually because she was still covering the Women's College World Series for ESPN. Hard hit ball by Falby into foul territory.
You mentioned Jamie Low-Price, GM for the Portland Cascade, and graduated from Texas A&M, and it was something, there's two things. I mean, she told us on draft night, Chucky, how she wanted to draft to start this expansion team was going to be with a strong pitching staff and culture. She wanted personalities that would do whatever is best for the team. As Tariah Flowers is head coach, also a big connection, relationship type head coach too, that is a big puzzle piece in this organization as they all work together for that connection and culture that they built.
Falby again can't quite straighten it out. Jamie Lopez bringing in a big-time winner too as a player, Tariah Flowers, who was a gold medalist in 2004, silver in 08 at the Olympics. Two-time All-American at UCLA, won a national championship there alongside one of her best friends back in 2003, Natasha Watley. We asked Tariah, what's it take in these moments when it's all on the line? She said, you just have to be true to who you are. Be calm in the moment. Falby in the air to left field in foul territory. 2 outs. Well, the third annual NFL Flag Championships presented by Toyota kicks off Friday at 3 Eastern on ESPN2 with the round of 16 and continues through Sunday with the semis and the championship. NFL Flag Championships begin Friday at 3 Eastern on ESPN2 and ESPN+. Two outs in the inning for Sis Bates, who takes ball 1 high.
Sis Bates missed quite a few games. She was in the series against the Carolina Blaze, hitting against Carlin Pickens, the hardest thrower in her game, and Pickens accidentally missed hard up and into her, and it hit her back arm at, what, 75, 76 miles an hour, and Sis was out for several games, so had to work around her injury.
This is just her second game played in the last 2 weeks. She missed about 10 days in the month of July. Big swing through that 1-2 count.
I think the adjustment that Cass Sandercock has made in this game is not missing so low with her drop ball. She's been able to throw that drop ball. Like that last pitch was a drop ball, a little bit more up in the zone. So throwing it through the zone early on in the first inning, she was throwing it so much down and out of the zone. It just became an easy take for the Cascade hitters. Now they're having to make a decision. Is that ball going to go up like her rise ball that she's thrown so well tonight, or is it going to be a drop ball that moves down? But she's now tunneling those two pitches well, and it's deceiving for the Cascade hitters.
Trying to strand a leadoff double at second base. Sis fights off that inside pitch. Into the 4th inning, and Chicago does not have a hit in the game so far. 3 walks is all they've been able to muster offensively against Carly Hoover.
Yeah, it's so easy to get to this point in the game, understanding that we're already in the 4th inning and start to press, especially when this Bandits identity has been around an offense that can put big runs up on the board quickly. So have to think about how it's already the 4th inning. They're down by 2 and no hits on the board. Will this team press, or will they still stay calm and play to their strength later?
2-2. Just a grittiness about this Portland team right now, a scrappiness, and that was one of the things that you asked Tariah Flowers about this team. What's the identity of the offense? And she said, I think we're scrappy. We've seen that since the very first batter in this game. Corby Otis kind of set the tone.
Sis being a tough out in this AB.
About to see the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Sis Bates, a 6th-year pro, 3-time Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year at Washington. Another foul ball, this one off her leg.
Just getting rid of all these drop balls, taking the rise ball. Haven't seen too many change-ups from Kat Sandercock in this game, and pitch that maybe she should be a good time to work that pitch in. I try to locate that pitch in the dirt just to show something different.
Pitch number 11 is next. Sis has fouled off 6 in this at bat. I think Sis was pointing at the pitch clock, but Kat Sandercock had called time, and she was granted it. Tariah Flowers might think otherwise. Robbie Guest is the home plate umpire. Alex Leap, Don Brown, and Scott Mayer at the bases tonight. Fantastic umpiring crew for this AUSL play-in game. Winner gets Utah on Saturday on ABC. Sis takes 3-2.
So you know at this point that that rise ball has been out of the zone. 12th pitch of this at bat coming, and Sis has been all over the drop ball. We'll see if she leaves one more up in the zone for Sis to be able to barrel up.
Another foul ball. The dangerous part here is that Tori Vidalis is on deck, and Tori thrives in these moments. We saw it last year with Utah. They would not have lifted that trophy without Tori Vidalis having some clutch hits. Not to mention, this is home for Tori at Texas A&M. Can Sis pass the bat to Vidalis?
A bat like this when you're in the circle is just so frustrating because Sandercock is making quality pitches, working both sides of the zone and not leaving anything really up and over the heart of the plate. 14th pitch of the at-bat coming.
8 foul balls.
When is she going to throw that changeup?
Low with that pitch, and Sis is on. The stage is set for Vidalis. 65 home runs in her Texas A&M career, a 2-time All-American. Played just 6 games at this stadium that was opened in April of 2018. She hit the first 3 home runs in this stadium's history. Oh, 1 pitch from Sandercock. Big spot in this game with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Portland up 2. Tori into right field. She comes through. Here comes Stewart. The throw, not in time. Mom and Dad love it in the stands.
I'm not just saying this because I'm an Aggie and Tori Vidalis is an Aggie. Tori Vidalis truly, and I think that you can agree, Chucky, is one of the most clutch hitters that I have ever seen. Drop ball on the outside part of the plate. It was even a little bit elevated, and Tori just goes with it, lets that pitch travel, shortens up, and her parents loving to see their daughter come through in this town on this field again. That every run that you put up against the Bandits right now just seems like a big insurance run with the way that the Cascade defense is playing defense back behind Carly Hoover and how she's throwing.
Tori played here. She still broadcasts their games here during the college season as she works for ESPN as well. And here is another Aggie right on cue who just finished her Texas A&M career this year, Kennedy Powell, in a pinch hit situation. Ground ball up the middle. Wallace is there and steps on.
After that, they take a portion of that big batch and put it in this creepy-looking skull. And it comes out here for good luck. And this started about a month ago when they were in a rough patch and they had a couple losses, but they bring it out here for good luck, and I feel like it has turned things around, and the entire team is bought into it.
That is so softball. Like, the things that happen in a dugout that teams buy into, they just try out, and then it works, and then you stick with it, and it becomes a part of your routine. It's all about the buy-in.
Tori Vidalis on a short hop retires Morgan Zirkle on the first pitch in the 4th inning. Well, what stands out most, Hoover in the circle or a Bandits approach that hasn't quite been right tonight?
Yeah, I think Hoover in the circle. She's just not giving in much over the heart of the plate. The Bandits are chasing a little bit, especially early with her off the plate. But this is what makes Carly Hoover in this league. She, like a Georgina Korick, like a Montana Fouts, they just rarely miss over the heart of the plate. Like that pitch location right there, about a ball off the plate and getting Mac Barber to still swing at it, hit it off the end of her bat. If they're going to swing at that pitch, then don't come even more on the plate at all. So they're swinging at it. She keeps putting it there, getting some of the strike calls as well, and she's just rolling.
Mac Barbara had one of the better hit balls in her first at bat. It was a line shot to first base that Tori Vidalis snagged.
And she's very comfortable throwing to Mia Davidson back behind the plate. Carly Hoover is. That is her battery mate, her catcher. You'll notice that Mia Davidson will sometimes stick out her arms, and likely that's a target thing that Mia Davidson is trying to communicate and have Carly Hoover look at before she goes into her pitch. So these two very familiar with each other and work very well together.
You mentioned it right off the top. Hoover is an imposing figure in the circle, standing at 6'2", and she can bring it. That's just outside at 69 miles per hour.
Well, that's a pitch that the Bandits need to take, whether they're a left-handed hitter like Mac Barbara or a right-handed hitter. Carly Hoover wants them to either chase that pitch or bring it in about a half ball or a ball to be able to get the call just off the plate. And Carly Hoover throws with very good velocity too. So you understand that the decision making has to happen so quick because she has that long stride. She's standing over 6 foot tall and she's throwing, averaging 70 miles an hour with all of her pitches.
Barbara calls time and steps out in a 3-2 count.
And you know, the interesting part about her pitch usage for Carly Hoover is that she rarely changes speeds. It doesn't quite happen a lot, but she does have that high velocity, throwing 70 with her runner, or AKA her fastball. It's called a runner, but it kind of is used as a fastball. But her curve, drop, rise, all 70. And so that ball gets on you in a hurry.
Another decently hit ball, but this is right at Cahalan for out number 2. Jocelyn Erickson, last chance to keep this going in the 4th inning. Chicago still hitless at this point in the game. Erickson, a rookie out of Florida, played 3 years there after 1 at Oklahoma. She was the SEC Player of the Year and the NFCA National Player of the Year in 2024. Her and her teammate Skylar Wallace actually went back-to-back with those awards in 23 and 24 at Florida. There's Wallace, Aaron Koffel to the right of her, last year's MVP.
Yeah, there's an off-speed pitch for the first time. Keep it in the back of their mind. Dropped it down to 63 from her usual 70.
Who will be the breakthrough at bat for Chicago? The rain has stopped the last couple innings here in College Station. Had a pretty consistent light downpour in the first 2 innings. Erickson in the air, that's going to get into the stands.
It definitely took some bounces that weren't expected and ended up in that gentleman right there, his hands, that will give to that young lady.
Big crowds expected all weekend here in College Station when the championship begins on Saturday. Great crowd tonight. Another foul ball from Erickson.
I mean, the way that Carly Hoover is able to continually put this pitch, this runner, aka this fastball in the outside corner away from these left-handed hitters, is 100% leading to her success. That last pitch, I've seen it, I don't know, about 15 times to the left-handed hitters. She's so consistent hitting that same spot, great command over and over and over again.
Hard hit ball. Sis Bates goes down to her knees to make the play. And for the 5th time coming out of the bullpen, the 3rd-year pro from Land O'Lakes, Florida, finished her tremendous college career at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, so the decision before this game, are we going to start Kat Sandercock or Lexi Kilfoyle? Really 2 starters that they've leaned a lot on this season. Very reliable, trustworthy. It was just the simple fact that the Cascade had hit Lexi Kilfoyle harder in the regular season with an ERA against them up near 4 compared to Sandercock just over 1.
She will see the top of the order. Corby Otis, Sierra Sacco Ferry, Megan Grant coming up against Kilfoyle. 9 of the 12 earned runs she allowed came in just 2 outings, and you mentioned it. Portland got to her a little bit. 4 of those 9 earned runs in those 2 outings came against Portland. The 2nd time they saw her, but retires Otis quickly. There's Sandercock, whose night is likely done. 4 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned, and a couple strikeouts. She had to battle through some very long innings, but limited the damage for the most part.
She did only, gave up those 5 hits, but I just go back to the difference in this game, or the defensive plays that the Cascade have made and the defensive plays that the Bandits did not make in the 1st inning.
Sierra Sacco Ferry's made a couple of those defensive plays for Portland. Kilfoyle in relief this year, a .54 ERA in 13 innings of relief. She was the #1 overall pick in the inaugural draft back in 2025. Inside, and that hit Sacco Ferry. Here we go. This is a high-level matchup you're about to witness. Kilfoyle against Megan Grant. She's popped out on the infield her first 2 trips to the plate. 10 regular season home runs, 2nd ever in an AUSL regular season.
She'll likely get heavy drop balls from Lexi Kilfoyle, like that first pitch that just paints the inside corner is her go-to pitch for Kilfoyle down in the zone.
You used to grow up, that's an outside strike call. I was going to say, you used to grow up, you do all the batting stances. We look at that pitch again. Grant did not love it, neither did Portland. Now an 0-2 count. But Megan Grant is that one. You grow up as a kid, you do the batting stance, and you kind of act like you're that player. We've seen that in videos. One of our colleagues, Danielle Laurie, her daughter, she posted a video of her doing the Megan Grant, the hand on the helmet before she steps into the box, taking the breath. Another pop-up on the infield. Chicago has taken care of Grant in her first 2 ABs tonight.
She has not hit the ball out of the infield. A lot of weak contact pop-ups to first base, and now 3rd base. Big out for Lexi Kilfoyle.
This is the rookie that's hurt them the most. Sydney Stewart's 2 for 2 with a pair of doubles and an RBI tonight. First time facing Kilfoyle. Swinging first pitch.
And look how much she's off the plate against Lexi Kilfoyle. And that's why she swung at that first pitch that was inside, almost like she was giving herself some extra space on the inside corner, looking for that side of the plate. And exactly what she wants to do and how Kilfoyle has likely pitched her in the regular season. Look how far off the plate that she is.
Swings through it.
And the drop ball out of the hand of Lexi Kilfoyle, which is her most used pitch about 60% of the time, it has 11 inches of down break on it.
Ahead 0-2.
And just for perspective, I mean, think about that. That's about a foot of break down, and you're trying to hit that drop ball that's moving down that she can throw through the zone, because she can start it more up in the zone because she's so tall. Lexi Kilfoyle stands at over 6 feet tall, so that drop ball can start at a high height and then just fall off the plate still through the strike zone.
Stewart kind of off the end of the bat. That's over Wallace into center to keep the inning going. It's a 3-hit night for Sydney Stewart. She's 9 for 15 against Chicago on the year.
Have yourself a day, Sydney Stewart, hitting a little bit of everything from these pitchers. Off-speed curveball, hits it off the end of the bat, but just stays on playing with it long enough to stick with it and put it out of the reach of Skylar Wallace.
First and second, 2 outs for Kenley Cahalan. She swings first pitch over to Sammy Williams, and that'll do it for the top of.
Go at these left-handed hitters with the plan that she has executed to perfection.
Came in with a 3-0 record and a 3.57 ERA. Had dominant performances against Texas and Carolina this year. Chicago had gotten to Hoover. This was not an obvious choice for the starting pitcher. We really weren't sure which direction they were going to go. And clearly it appears they got it right. Pinch hitter to lead off the fifth is the rookie out of Georgia, Kirsten Roos, who has 3 times now been picked out of the reserve pool by 3 different teams. Played for OKC a couple games, Texas, and now finishing the season with Chicago. He is pinch hitting for the catcher, Mary Jacopo. Just the second appearance for Roos in a Bandits jersey and her first at bat. 1-2 count from Hoover. Roos disciplined here these last 2 pitches and has worked the count full.
That probably feels different for Carly Hoover to throw to a right-handed hitter. You get in such a groove when you're facing the same side of the plate over and over and over again. She is pinch hitting for another right-handed hitter that Hoover would have been facing regardless, but
outside.
There's that runner this time outside to a right-handed hitter that she did not get the call for. Takes it a little bit off the plate, and that's the patience that the Bandits were looking for to start off this bottom of the fifth.
You saw just before that pitch, Shonda Stanton was looking at Kirsten Roos, and she was tapping her chest. And one of the things that the Bandits did when they had those meetings is they really tried to figure out how they could come together as a team. Before they came to College Station, she said she got them all in a circle, and she said, give me one thing. Like, what's one of the things you've loved about this season, a highlight from the year? And she said, Kat Sandercock got up and said, I love when everyone says, with you. And that's been a thing for this Bandits team, just those little moments of kind of coming together, reminding them that they are all in this together every pitch.
There's another one where they will put their hand in a sign language T and tap their chest. Maybe it's in the box, maybe it's in the circle or out on defense. I saw Sammy Williams doing it at an earlier at bat, but they're patting their chest, T in sign language for together, and also for toughness as well in that at bat or wherever they are in the field.
That's what we just saw from Stanton in the third base box. We talked about it right off the top. Tough start. 0-4 to start the season, and kind of a shock to the system for this organization who has a past in a previous edition of professional softball in the NPF, but also built a great building block last year, reaching the championship. Sis Bates makes the play, and there's one out.
Good productive out, though, there for Taryn Kern. Taryn Kern, also a patient hitter, put a little bit of pressure on Carly Hoover there to come more over the plate, or she knew that she wasn't going to chase like Roos. So at bats there that, to me, could start to turn the tides if they allow that momentum to continue down the way to Bella Dayton and Agbayani coming up.
Shauna Stanton really likes Dayton and Agbayani at the bottom of this order. Dayton shows bunt and just misses for strike one. These two teams reached this point in such different fashion. And just the way they were built, Chicago were one of the 4 original teams, so they were kind of picked apart. They lost key pieces like Sydney McKinney, Bubba Nichols, Camarena, and Delaney Wiz, who were integral parts of the Oklahoma City team, as Dayton flares it to left, and Chicago's in business with one out.
At the bottom of the lineup, getting it done. Roos with the pinch hit walk, showing patience. Taryn Kern, same thing, despite getting out. Now Bella Dayton, again, hitting can be contagious. The type of at-bats can be contagious, and they're passing the bat right now with the top of the order looming on deck, and Skylar Wallace, who wants, I guarantee, wants to come up with runners on base in this inning.
That was the first hit in the game for Chicago off Carly Hoover. There's Wallace. That is a dangerous woman in the on-deck circle. Agbayani misses the bunt attempt.
And so we'll see the first and third offensive play that Shauna Stanton decides to run here, with Roos with speed at third base, Dayton with speed at first base. Opportunity for the Cascade to decide on defense what they want to do in this first and third play too.
Agbayani swinging that pitch down and in, and it's an 0-2 count. Still just one away in the inning. Inside, oh my goodness. That did not sound good. Agbayani in serious pain. She has had a tremendous rookie season out of Oklahoma. We just talked to Jenny Dalton-Hill, their general manager, before this game, and about Agbayani throughout this season. Said, I just feel like she's starting to get comfortable. She's comfortable with herself and this team. She's been such a key part of this great run they've been on.
Can't even imagine how this feels to get hit with 70 miles an hour on that back knee. Just deadens your whole leg.
Roos had just entered to hit for Jacopo, which would be the obvious substitution here if Agbayani needed to come out, or if you just wanted somebody who wasn't feeling like she did on the base paths right now.
Well, just a good job of finding a way to get on base, a painful way nonetheless, but I mean, this could be the game right here. Bases loaded, less than 2 outs. Skylar Wallace coming up for her third time now to see Carly Hoover, with Sammy Williams likely the hitter of the year on deck.
Pitch number 1 to Skylar Wallace. Swings first pitch and fouls it off. Just a week ago, Amanda, in Durham, North Carolina, Wallace in 2 games against the Blaze, 9 hits, 4 home runs, and 9 RBIs.
Between Williams and Wallace, been over 50% of the team's home runs scored, good chunk of RBIs and extra base hits. These are the 2 that can do the damage right here.
0-1.
Set pitch, we showed you a package on it, gotten a lot of chase, but Skylar Wallace, a confident take with that runner away from her that Carly Hoover is just put in the same spot to these lefties over and over again.
Outside 2-1 count. She played just 15 games in the regular season after coming back late from Japan. Had 24 hits, 6 home runs, scored 21 runs. 3-1 count.
These takes have been contagious from Kirsten Roos. They really have been. Nowhere to put her, gonna have to come a little bit more on the plate.
Is this Chicago's moment? One of the most electric players in the sport. Ball 4, and Chicago is on the board. (3-1) the lead now for Portland. And here comes Sammy Williams.
5 walks for Carly Hoover in this game, along with the hit by pitch that you saw to Agbayani. So Bandits have had some traffic. They've just been lacking that big hit and just haven't had very many opportunities with runners in scoring position against her. Just 1 for 2.
Sammy Williams 3 for 6 with the bases loaded this year with a grand slam. Takes outside, ball 1.
Well, and this number is just unbelievable. I mean, the numbers that Sammy Williams has put up all together have been tremendous. But with runners in scoring position entering this game, hitting .593, which has led the league this season.
In the air on the infield. Cahalan makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Can Hoover dance out of the bases loaded jam with just 1 run scored? It's last year's home run leader, Morgan Zirkle, hit 9 a season ago. To left field, tailing foul, long run, and it's just beyond the reach of Sacco, Ferry, and left.
You could just tell that she felt that wall early and was waiting to know exactly when she needed to go into that slide to try to catch that in the air. And it was just a little bit too early, but she's just trying to feel it, how much room that she had just off the end of her glove. Man, she has had a lot of steps out there in left field, Sarah Sacco has. That was close to being the final out. Wow.
One you'd love to have in foul territory against Zirkle, who's hit .412 in the month of July with 6 extra base hits.
And I'm wondering if Carly Hoover is going to come back inside to these lefties. Since she has hit Agbayani, it's been runner outside to these left-handed hitters that she has faced. And after you hit somebody with a pitch inside, you can sometimes be a little bit tentative to go back in, but she's going to need to, I think, to get a veteran hitter like Morgan Zirkle out.
Hoover jumps ahead 1-2.
Or she can just keep throwing the runner away from her over and over and over again, like we have seen Carly Hoover do all night.
Said how great Sammy Williams has been with runners in scoring position. Zirkle hit .643 in July with runners in scoring position. Hoover trying to retire them back to back. Base hit up the middle. Zirkle comes through. Here comes the tying run. Safe at the plate. Chicago answers.
This is why I felt like you had to come inside at some point against a hitter like Morgan Zirkle. She is a veteran. She has been in so many big situations. Look at her leaning to go get that runner away. The same pitch that Carly Hoover has thrown over and over and over again that she threw to Zirkle in that at-bat that she didn't look good on, but determined to make an adjustment. Gets it past Kinley Cahalan at shortstop, 70 miles an hour off the bat, and a wet ball is not fun to throw from the outfield from Kendra Falby, so you know she didn't have a great grip, and Davidson could not hold on to it anyway. Making the most of the walks, the free passes, bottom of the order, getting the rally going for the Bandits and tying up this game. Morgan Zirkle does.
Sacco Ferry just inches from hauling that ball in foul territory off the bat of Zirkle just moments before that could have ended the inning. Now it's Mac Barbara, who's had two pretty good swings off Hoover in this game.
2-out scoring here for the Bandits, just like the Cascade have done. Cascade 4 for 9 with 2 outs, and Bandits now coming through with 2 outs.
Shonda Stanton talking to Robbie Guest behind the plate. She's upset about something, and he's telling her to go back to the coach's box. .2-0 count, both pitches outside from Hoover. I think what Stanton might be mad about is Hoover's not getting the ball back immediately, so that clock is not starting, which is a 15-second pitch clock. And now Robbie Guest is going to talk to Mia Davidson and Carly Hoover.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of these pitchers take this tactic because it's a 15-second pitch clock in between pitches in comparison to the college season. It is 20, so a lot of these pitchers have felt a bit rushed. So that action clock doesn't start until the pitcher gets the ball back in the circle. They take more time. Sometimes even showing the bat to their catcher and going to the back of the circle so that the catcher won't throw it back to them until they take a couple of seconds in between pitches, then turn around and receive the throw back, and then the action clock starts.
Staying outside, 3-1. Chicago didn't have a hit through 4 innings. 0 for 11 at the plate, but here in the 5th, 2 hits, 3 walks, a hit batter, and 3 runs scored. That does get the corner for strike 2. And Mac Barbara put Chicago in front in the 5th. To the third baseman, Grant, who gathers herself and makes the play. Hard hit off the bat of Falby for a foul ball. Alongside Amanda Scarborough, Texas A&M Hall of Famer. I'm Chucky Kemp, Anna Camden, the 3rd member of our crew. Jacob Garza, Jordan Alvis, our producer and director this evening. Fantastic crew here in College Station, kicking off the AUSL postseason at Davis Diamond, which is one of the crown jewels in this sport across the country, one of the finest venues you will find. Falby through the left side, base hit to start off the 6th. Let's go down to Anna Camden.
With as dominant as Lexi Kilfoyle is in the circle, it's no surprise that she grew up wanting to be a professional athlete, but not a softball player. She wanted to be a cheerleader. And she said looking back, it baffles her that she ever dreamed of that, because at 6'2", she stands almost a full foot taller than the average cheerleader. And she gives credit to her dad that she found her real dream because she wanted to quit softball after her first year playing until he offered to coach her. He said, "If I coach you, will you give it another shot?" She agreed, and we know how the rest of the story goes.
Just imagining Lexi Kilfoyle up at the top of a pyramid. You know, just imagine her being a cheerleader or maybe as a base. I mean, think about her career could have been totally different. Now she's one of the best pitchers in professional softball.
I think what stood out to me was the spelling.
Yeah.
The professional.
Yeah, professional.
One on, nobody out for Sis Bates, who had the at-bat of the night so far. Well, there it is, professional. She got cheerleader right, though.
She sure did.
One-two inside. Sis Bates has seen that one once this year. Doesn't want to see it again.
Well, think about how important that inning was with Sis's 14 pitch at bat and how important that run was that the Cascade had scored. They had been sitting on 2 for a few innings.
Rolls it up the middle. Skylar Wallace has to be quick, and she is.
I'll take it as a productive out. Doesn't look like they're going to challenge this. Bang, bang play. Skylar Wallace running through this as Sis Bates went to her slap, and yeah, they definitely got her at first base, but still a productive out to advance that runner into scoring position to have a couple of shots in this inning with Tori Vidalis. Clutchness up at the plate again.
RBI single, her last at bat for that third run of the game for Portland. At the time, it was 3-0. That was in the top of the 4th. Now here in the 6th, trying to immediately regain the lead. Tori almost puts it down the line.
Remember her RBI in her last at bat, 2 strikes on a pitch away from her, so they go in to start this at bat. It looked like she was looking for that side, expecting it from Kilfoyle.
Ooh, Tori fouled that off herself and into the booth right by you. That was your opportunity. We've talked about this for years, and you didn't want it.
Well, you know, I don't go up to catch them. I don't want it to hurt my hands, break a finger. It's just not my thing. And Michelle Smith will go for it, but her hands are a lot stronger and sturdier than mine, so still got it. Just a little late.
Souvenir for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? The ball just will find you where your face is plastered all over the walls.
Yeah, I'll just move out of the way, give it to a fan. She was first I made eye contact with.
Just made that young fan's day.
I know.
Of all the places, though, for the ball to come in the booth.
I know, right?
It's the place you built.
I will say, Tori Vidalis, I know, has called games in my exact seat and has gone up to catch those foul balls. So that was kind of funny that she hit it back up here at us and I go down.
A lot of great connections on that foul ball. It's the most exciting foul ball of the year. Tori off the glove of Kilfoyle. Wallace, great balance to stay with that. And that's out number 2.
Perfect bounce off of Kilfoyle's glove right to Skylar Wallace, who was moving toward the middle of the field and had to change directions because she was going behind Kilfoyle and then had to stop what she was doing. Still, productive out. Advanced Falby 60 feet closer to scoring.
Another opportunity for Mia Davidson, who is hitless in 8 at-bats this year against Chicago. Skylar Wallace at shortstop might not seem unusual to the everyday fan, but there was a very good chance she would have been the everyday center fielder for this team had Erin Koffel been healthy for the year.
That's what it was looking like when she came back from Japan. She had played shortstop last year whenever they made it to the championship series, but kind of had Koffel penciled in at short and Skylar Wallace penciled in center field, but then Koffel got hurt.
Koffel, the second baseman last year. Wallace actually came down with an injury at the very end of last season, so she was unable to play defensively for Chicago in the championship series against Utah a year ago. Still hit and kind of fought through that injury. Davidson goes down swinging. Lexi Kilfoyle gives it back to the Bandit bats with a chance to take the lead.
The top of the lineup.
It was Roos's first at bat as a Bandit and first pinch hit of the season. Peyton Gottschall is going to enter this game for Portland. She's had some good success against the Bandits last 2 times she's faced them. 7 1/3, just 1 earned run. The Davidson goes down out of Tennessee.
And she's going to come in and be a completely different look than what they saw from Carly Hoover, who is throwing all gas, 70 miles an hour. Peyton Gottschall will come in and throw in the mid-60s and really be more about spin than she is speed. Good spin, good movement, a lot of different variations of her curveball that she can work on both sides of the plate and an off-speed pitch with it.
She will face Jocelyn Erickson. Erickson 0 for 2 tonight, a line out and a ground out so far. Rips this. Oh, Cahalan climbs the ladder.
Portland has been positioned in the right places pretty much the entire game. Cahalan is playing a little bit up the middle of the field and makes that stretch just at the right time. She cannot stretch any more than what she does right here to rob Jocelyn Erickson, her former teammate, of a base hit. This Portland defense has been such a big part of them being in this game and taking away hits from one of the best offenses in the league.
.970 fielding percentage, second best in the AUSL this year. And 1 out, nobody on for Mary Jacopo. She got all of that, but fouled it down the left field line.
These are some good swings that the Bandits are getting off, and Peyton Gottschall already needs to start to make some adjustments because they're barreling her up. I mean, this is how good you can already see that Carly Hoover pitched in this game because she was so difficult for the Bandits to barrel up, and tons of swings and misses from Hoover in her start. Gottschall's going to have to start changing speeds and keep the ball down in the zone.
Just outside to make it a 2-2 count. Despite the fact that Peyton's been really good against Chicago the last 2 times she's faced him, we talked to Shonda Stanton, who said, with all the data now, you have the answers to the test. So once you get in the game, it's just a mindset as a hitter to go execute what you know you're going to see from these pitchers. Carly Hoover gave them an excellent start against the best offense in the AUSL. Two from Gottschall.
Look at these takes by Jacopo. Taking a curveball that Peyton Gottschall wanted so bad off the plate, so she brought it down a little bit, still didn't get the call, but the patience that the Bandits have shown in the last 2 innings could lead to some success here at the end of the game.
Jacopo yanks it foul.
I would start, and this is no offense to Peyton Gottschall, she has had a terrific year. I would start getting somebody loose and put them in pretty quickly. These swings that they are getting off, they're not fooled by anything that she's throwing right now, and they're taking close pitches that she needs to have called as a strike if she wants to have success. The rookie, Kenzie Brown, in the pen right now.
There's another one smoked up the middle, 72 off the bat. Jacopo is on.
I'm not gonna lie, I would put her in right now. There has to be a feel for the foul ball swings, even the loud out by Jocelyn Erickson. I would put Kenzie Brown in right now. I just don't, it just doesn't feel like it's going to be Peyton Gottschall's night. It is a tie game in the bottom of the 6th inning. I would make a change immediately.
They are not going to yet. So Taryn Kern, the rookie out of Stanford, will get an opportunity against Gottschall. Playing for her former college coach, Shonda Stanton, who she played 1 year for as a freshman at Indiana. Was the Big Ten Freshman and Player of the Year that season before playing the last 3 years at Stanford.
Great pitch. curveball right at the knees, goes back to the inside corner and gets the bottom of the zone. That's the pitch that she just had to have in this at-bat, it feels like.
Earn out in front, but stays alive in a 1-2 count. Aaron Kern, just one home run in her rookie season, came against Portland. Got her on the inside corner.
Went back to this curveball and just paints the inside corner right at the knee. Same picture that she threw to Kern earlier in the at-bat. And boy, did Peyton Gottschall need this. Kern being too patient, thinking this is a little bit off the plate, and it's not. Catches the corner. Big out for Gottschall.
Dayton slaps it foul, strike one. Bella Dayton 1 for 2, singled and scored in that 3-run 5th inning, and lined out to left field in her other at-bat. This AUSL season and the postseason picture came down to the last 2 days of the schedule. The AUSL Championship play-in game now an out away from coming down to the final inning. Dayton to center, Falby ranges over and makes the catch. So we go to the 7th, all tied up. To tie things up in the 5th, a scoreless 6th for both teams. And here we are, we're gonna see 1-2-3 due up for Portland and 9-1-2 due up for Chicago in the 7th. Winner gets the Utah Talons, the #1 seed in Game 1 of the AUSL Championship Series at 1 Eastern on ABC on Saturday. Lexi Kilfoyle against Corby Otis, and there is strike one. Amanda, you could not have scripted year 2 in the AUSL any better with the way the regular season finished, with the way this is going right now in the play-in game. First time we've ever played the play-in game with the 2 expansion teams coming into the league this year to make it a total of 6 teams.
It is a softball fan's dream. The games that we've had, the competition that we've had, and the implications of this week. Every game this week has mattered big time.
Otis just got it, but it stays foul. Someone is going home after tonight. Corby Otis is a big reason why Portland is playing in this game. Go back to a late June game in Texas, down going to the 7th inning. Rachel Garcia spinning an absolute gem. And Otis hit a home run to give him the lead. Sammy Williams takes one away from Otis this time.
As defense is starting to step up late in this game when the game is on the line, tied game. Sammy Williams playing off the line, goes to her backhand, a hard hit ball off the bat of Corby Otis, and just plays it perfectly.
Now Sierra Sacco Ferry, who has reached twice tonight, once on a single and once was hit by a pitch. Lexi Kilfoyle, 2 1/3, just 2 hits allowed, no walks and a strikeout since entering this game for Kat Sandercock. She has been untouchable.
There's that drop ball, and not only does her drop ball move down 11 to 12 inches down the zone, but it moves away from a left-handed hitter 2 to 4 inches as well. And it's what makes it so tough. So if you're righty, that drop ball moves hard into you on that side of the plate. If you're a lefty and she's working you outside, it not only moves down, but it moves a couple of inches away from her barrel too.
2-2 is the count. There's Megan Grant. Could she do it? What a year it's been for her. A record-breaking year. Slow roller to Williams at third. Makes the play. 2 outs for Grant.
Well, Megan Grant can change this game with one swing. Her first professional home run was off of Carlin Pickens in Durham. It went 313 feet, the longest home run in AUSL history. That is the type of power that Megan Grant has, even as a pro. Has popped up 3 times to the infield in this game, pulling the string there with her off-speed curveball that Lexi Guilfoyle's really started to master as a professional pitcher.
0-1 to Grant. Upstairs, ball 2. Lexi Guilfoyle has allowed 1 run in 15 2/3 innings of relief outings this year. Hard away, ball 2.
I know she's thinking about an adjustment, knowing that she's weakly popped up and her first 3 at-bats, going to try to maybe see the top of something, keep her hands a little bit more above the ball.
Two count for Megan Grant. You said it. First home run went 313. Second went 293. Over 600 feet of home runs with her first 2 as a professional. 4th overall pick in the college draft this year. Ground ball to Wallace. It bounces up, and the inning will continue. It wasn't the big swing that she would have hoped for, but it gives Portland's hottest hitter tonight a chance in Sydney Stewart.
Well, there's that defensive mistake again. That's going to be the first error in the game for the Bandits, but a couple of mistakes earlier in the game. Look at the adjustment. Again, that's not a home run hit by Megan Grant, but she popped up in her first 3 at-bats, gets the top of one here, puts pressure on the Bandits defense to make a play with her adjustment.
Guilfoyle wanted that strike call on the inside corner to Sydney Stewart. 3 for 3 tonight, a pair of doubles. Her 2 home runs in the regular season came against Chicago.
Remember, in her first at-bat, it looked like Sydney Stewart was looking in. She's backed off well off of the plate, giving herself some space to get her barrel to an inside pitch, expecting that that's how Guilfoyle is going to continue to throw her.
Got something she liked there and fouls it back. 3 of their 7 hits tonight. Back-to-back All-American at Arizona the last 2 years. 1-2 from Guilfoyle. Stewart lifts it to left center. Caught on the run by Zirkle. 9-1-2 for Chicago in this inning. Ilana Agbayani, who was hit right on the knee the last time she was at the plate by a 70-mile-per-hour Carly Hoover pitch, has stayed in the game. Now trying to set the table for Skylar Wallace and Sammy Williams. Peyton Gottschall has stayed in this game. Agbayani fouls it back. You were actually talking last inning, some hard hit balls both in play and foul off Gottschall that you would have pulled the plug pretty quickly.
Yeah, the Jocelyn Erickson at bat, then Jacopo, just were seeing her so well. Hard hit ball, foul balls. I mean, they just looked like they were on her. And the turning point was the Taryn Kern at bat where she struck her out looking.
Agbayani through the left side, and the winning run is aboard for Chicago. Here comes one of the most dangerous bats in the business, Skylar Wallace. A chance to force a rematch of last year's AUSL championship between Utah and Chicago. The Talons won it in 2 games. You have to think, of all the players on this Chicago team who want a little revenge, it would be this one at the plate right now.
You know, I still think I would make the change, and maybe we're going to see it here. Kenzie Brown has more swing and miss stuff than Peyton Gottschall. She's been warming up, and actually Carly Hoover is back in the bullpen warming up as well. She can re-enter this game, so we'll see if they go to the veteran, back to her, or the rookie. And it looks like it's going to be Kenzie Brown in one of the biggest moments of her life entering this game in the bottom of the 7th. Percentage is at almost 1,000. Skylar Wallace has been so dynamic at the plate with her power and speed.
She faces the rookie out of Arizona State, Kenzie Brown. 15th overall pick in the college draft. What a pick by Jamie Loprise. Brown has had an excellent rookie year, 4-3 with a 3.56 ERA.
And she's had some really dominant moments in the circle. And pretty low ERA for a rookie. Where she has gotten into trouble is not her batting average against. It's been her free passes. She's going to have to challenge these Bandits hitters.
First pitch. Wallace was ready, and she's not a usual first pitch swinger. She likes to take the first pitch strike almost 70% of the time.
And Kenzie Brown will throw with really good velocity too, so she'll go up in the zone with the rise, down in the zone with the drop, and be able to mix speeds very well.
Wallace, ground ball. They get the force at second, and there's one away. Wallace, not a double play opportunity when she's at the plate. Chicago has 2 walk-off wins this year. One was a Mary Jacopo home run against Oklahoma City when they started to turn their season around. The other was Sammy Williams, a walk-off home run on the 4th of July against Texas.
New catcher back behind the plate too, with Sid Stewart now taking the place of Mia Davidson. Mia Davidson, such a good battery mate with Carly Hoover, who started this game, but a couple of rookies in the circle and back behind the plate now for the Cascade.
Williams left side. Cahalan picks it up, tries to get the force at second, but there's 2 aboard. The winning run now at second base.
Kind of a no man's land. Megan Grant did everything that she could to get to this play in the 5-6 hole, but just too hard past her, and then pulls Kenley Cahalan too deep into that 5-6 hole.
Morgan Zirkle came up clutch in her last at bat with an RBI single. Zirkle to center field. Falby makes the catch. Wallace to third. Oh, they got her! What a throw by Falby! Chicago will challenge.
First of all, the ball is just dying in this thick air.
The Bandits are challenging the call at third base. The call on the field is out. The call's under further review.
Can't wait to see a closer view of Megan Grant putting this tag on Skylar Wallace. I think it gets her back foot. I think this is going to stand. I think it gets the sliding foot that's tucked in of Skylar Wallace before her foot is able to get to the bag. Kendra Falby, my goodness, leading the league in outfield assists, throwing that ball on a line. I think right here, she gets her before her foot gets to the bag.
After further review, the call stands and then out at third base. That's the Bandits' first challenge.
6th outfield assist of the season for Falby. It leads the AUSL. 2 times a Gold Glove winner at Florida, and showing why right there.
Some Gator on Gator crime.
In Game 1 of the championship series Saturday at 1 Eastern on ABC.
It wasn't going to be easy.
Lexi Kilfoyle has been dominant. 3 innings, just 2 hits, no walks, no runs, and a strikeout in relief of Kat Sandercock. Chicago's 3-1 in extra inning games. Portland 1-0. There's strike one to Kenley Cahalan. We do begin with a runner on second base in the extra innings in the AUSL. Sydney Stewart, the runner for Cahalan. Trying to lay down a bunt. She did go around.
It's always a decision with this runner starting at second base of are you going to square her around or not. Gave her the first pitch to swing away and then chases a drop ball away on the bunt attempt, and all of a sudden you're down 0-2.
What's Kilfoyle done so well?
Just work off the plate still and not miss with that drop ball over. And I love to not miss with her drop ball over the plate. I love how she's mixed. So been able to utilize her off-speed curveball as soon as she came into this game, as well as her screwball. She just has really developed as just a not just a one-dimensional pitcher with only her drop ball like we saw so often at Oklahoma State when she was there.
Cahalan fights it off. 1 for 3 tonight, an RBI single back in the first inning. Scoring the second of their 2 runs in that frame. Cahalan off the end of the bat, picked off the dirt by Williams. She's been really good at third base tonight. The runner stays at second base. Falby and Bates due up next with Tori Vidalis in the hole. Left side, again Williams, and again Stewart stays put at second.
And 2 unproductive outs for the Cascade. Couldn't put down the bunt, couldn't advance the runner with Kenley Cahalan, and then a soft ground ball to the left side. And Leslie Kilfoyle is just rolling through this extra inning.
Sis Bates 0 for 2 with a walk. It was a walk that came in a 15-pitch at bat back in the 4th inning. And right after that, that's when Tori Vidalis added their insurance run at the time to make it 3-0. Kilfoyle ahead 0-2. She's retired 8 of the last 9 batters in the Portland order.
Here we go.
Oh-2 pitch. Bates to left field, foul.
Bates has had a good approach against Lexi Kilfoyle, getting the bottom half of the ball, understanding that Kilfoyle is going to work down in the zone, and Sis trying to get the bottom half of the ball to create a line drive and not just another rollover ground ball to Sammy Williams over there, who just has been a third base vacuum with the amount of plays that have been hit her way tonight.
7 assists and a couple putouts for Sammy Williams at the hot corner tonight. Slow roller, right on cue. Williams again, and the throw is wide, and here comes Stewart to score. The ball gets away. Bates is going to take second, and Portland is in front.
The Bandits defense has been suspect tonight. There's just no other way to put it. I mean, even Sammy Williams had been solid, but then lets this one get away from an even left-handed Jocelyn Erickson that could not come away with this throw on Sydney Stewart. was just hanging out at second base for a couple of batters, finally able to score off the air for the go-ahead run.
It looked like Lexi Kilfoyle had stranded the runner at second, and then it is a tall order to keep Chicago from scoring in the situation you're about to have next inning.
Well, the situation that they're about to have right now with Tori Vidalis, that's another thing that did was open up the door for Tori Vidalis to come up in this inning with still a runner in scoring position at second.
Outside ball one to Vidalis.
I would imagine they're going to be really careful with her. That first pitch kind of tells you everything with how much Lexi Kilfoyle missed down. First base open.
Foul territory, it will get down. It's not going to be Mia Davidson who will hit if Tori keeps it going. It will be another Aggie in Kennedy Powell. It's another postseason moment for Tori Vidalis. 1-1. Seventh-year pro, Texas native. Out in front of that from Kilfoyle.
That pitch was so good. That's her off-speed curveball that was called that just had Tori way out in front.
Oh my goodness, that was ripped.
Be careful over there. He's a little bit up in the third base coach's box too. He took a couple of steps back after that swing.
It's Jason Gwynn, one of the assistant coaches for Portland. Stay ready.
See if she goes back to that off-speed curveball or just maybe even her changeup, but something off-speed after setting up Tori Vidalis on the inner half to be quick. It goes right back to hard end, about a ball or two off the plate.
Mom and Dad watching. We had Tori mic'd up back in the second inning. Her dad even asking her a question while she was in the field, which I think she really loved. No one was more excited in this place when Tori had the RBI single than those two. Here's another 2-2. In the air, shallow center. It'll be Agbayani from her spot at second. Portland 3 outs away as an expansion team from going to the AUSL Championship Series. Feel for Sammy Williams, who has been the best hitter in the league this year. Will likely win that award tomorrow night for Hitter of the Year, as she's seen her last at-bat of the season.
I think they're trying to figure out, who should be at second base right now. Should it be Morgan Zirkle, who was the last batter up in the 7th inning, or should it be Skylar Wallace, who is the last out? So looks like they're going to make a change. Skylar Wallace was out there thinking it would be her as she was the last out because of that Kendra Falby double play, but it'll be Morgan Zirkle. Both of these players have a ton of speed. So Zirkle with speed now at second base, trying to tie up this game.
Kenzie Brown trying to close it out. Mac Barbara at the plate. How does Chicago approach this? Barbara takes ball one high.
She's here to hit. If they're going to let her swing away, I'd be a little bit surprised to see her square around, but I've seen stranger things.
Swings at that second pitch for strike one. Two-time Mountain West Player of the Year at San Diego State. Finished her career right here at A&M. 12 homers, 68 RBIs in her lone season as an Aggie.
That's that off-speed pitch that Kenzie Brown will work in there, getting the call a little bit up in the zone. I think just freezing Mac Barbara. It's a big second strike.
One-two pitch. Mac Barbara, Jocelyn Erickson, and Mary Jacopo, the Bandit batters, due up this inning. Just got a piece of it.
Mac Barbara has had some excellent takes in this game, including that one.
3-2. Another foul ball for Barbara. She said when she got the call from the Bandits, she was on a plane back from Prague where she just finished playing in a qualifier for Team Italy. Said she was crying in her seat on the plane. It's had some big moments for this team. Takes low. The winning run on first base now. Who wants a shot at Utah? Game 1, Saturday, 1 Eastern on ABC. Jessica Clements will run at first base for Mac Barbara. Jocelyn Erickson at the plate against Kenzie Brown, who has some history on this field as of this year. Came here in regionals with Arizona State and upset Texas A&M. It's a foul ball off the knob of the bat, and that got the catcher, Stewart.
And when that upset happened, it was Kenzie Brown in the regional final who came in relief to close the door on Texas A&M to then advance to super regionals against Texas.
After the upset of Texas A&M, Kenzie Brown led Arizona State into Austin and had Texas on the ropes. Put together an incredible Game 1 performance to put Arizona State up 1-0 in that series. But Texas, of course, we know how that ended. They came back and they won back-to-back national championships. Oh-1 to Erickson. In the air, shallow. It's not even going to get quite to the grass for Sis Bates. It's a big first out.
The other thing that's happening right now, and it has throughout this game, is just the wind blowing so hard in at times toward the catcher, but right now blowing from right center field to left center field, kind of in a little bit, just knocking balls down.
Mary Jacopo at the plate. Swings first pitch. Vidalis giving it a hard run, but can't get to it off the netting. Yeah, we've seen 2 or 3 balls hit that felt like they had a chance, and none of them have been remotely close to a home run.
I think it's because of that wind, just really thick air with the rain and the heat.
That one gets away. Both runners will advance. Now Clements at second, the winning run. Mentioned 2 walk-off winners for Chicago. Sammy Williams' home run was one of them. Mary Jacopo had the other one. One of 2 home runs in the regular season for Jacopo.
The thing that Kenzie Brown could really use right now is a swing and miss, and that has been with her drop ball and her off-speed pitches that she's thrown. She's gotten a high swing and miss rate with those pitches. Hasn't used them a ton yet in her relief outing, but she could use a swing and miss and a strikeout here.
She got it! Big time from Kenzie Brown.
It's another reason I love Kinsey Brown in a close game, because she is going to have a higher strikeout rate. Like this, the best case scenario for the Cascade was a strikeout with 2 runners in scoring position. Now they are just 1 out away.
Taryn Kern, the last chance for Chicago. First pitch, strike from Brown at 69 miles per hour. Rookie on rookie. Quick visit here for Sydney Stewart and Laura Heberling, the pitching coach, with Kinsey Brown. What are they talking about right now as they go with this rookie, Taryn Kern?
It seemed like Sydney Stewart saw something. So maybe with the runner at second, talking about where she's going to set up. If Jessica Clemens was motioning in or out, it just seemed like that was initiated by Sydney Stewart and wanting to talk some things over.
We also have a heavy mist that just started up again, with 2 outs and 2 on in the bottom of the 8th. This is Taryn Kern's first career at bat against Kinsey Brown. 3 of Kern's 9 hits on the season came in 1 game against Portland. Kern through the right side. The game is tied. Here comes the winning run, and she is out at the plate. Otis keeps Portland alive. You cannot script College Station, one of the wildest games of the season, and it's for a spot in the championship series against Utah. The teams matching each other 1 for 1 in the 8th inning. The wind still blowing heavily, for the most part, in. Pitcher-friendly wind all night long. Kennedy Powell just finished her college career on this field this year. Takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Sarah Willis will be the runner at second base for Portland.
And Kennedy Powell has a great short game. Just kept her feet still to swing away in that first pitch, but can lay down a bunt. Gonna swing away again. I was surprised to see this with the short game down and advance the runner to third base.
Dayton gets it down. Grant makes the play, and the winning run 60 feet from home. The rookie out of Oklahoma, Ilana Agbayani. They won a game, second to last game of the regular season, on a squeeze play. It was Sammy Williams that laid it down. They walked it off against the Talons to force that decisive final game for the #1 seed in the AUSL Championship. So you wouldn't put it past Shonda Stanton to roll the dice on it again.
And maybe one of the things that they're going to be talking about right here in this huddle, with somebody that has good barrel control, with Ilana Agbayani up at the plate, Taryn Kern at third base. Look at that deep breath that they're taking together. Big moment for this rookie at the plate, rookie in the circle, having to pitch with continual rain that's been coming down as well, not making it any easier in the situation that she's currently in this tie game.
Saw that breath that they took in that little huddle as the rain is starting to really come down in College Station, and they're going to pull the teams off the field. Wow. With 1 out in the bottom of the 9th, and the rain has now started to fall at its hardest rate of the evening, and so they will pull the teams off the field. What else would you like tonight in this play-in game?
I don't know. I kind of have a feeling that this might not be for that long. I don't know. Like, let's pull them off, let this harder rain pass in the most pivotal moment of the game, and then bring them back out there. I'm curious to see how they play this.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if they pull the tarp. The grounds crew is out there in that area.
All right, guys, thank you so much again for watching and supporting the channel. For For those subscribers who have already seen and made the move to receive your free gift for liking and subscribing to support our channel, feel free to click to skip and begin watching the next great video. And so to get the free gift that we mentioned it to you, which is your selection of one of these 21 fantastic digital guides or manuals shown on the screen. And I have personally reviewed several of them just to get an idea of whether they are quality or just fluff. And I tell you guys, they really have gone the distance and made each of them relevant, useful, valuable information on all these different subjects, and some of them are nearly 35 pages long and packed with truths, proven, tested techniques, and advice. And you will see for yourself that $19 to $27 really is a fair value range for the one you will select for free. And so we need you to simply follow these simple steps. Click the like button on this video. If you haven't already done so, make sure the subscribe or follow button is clicked now, or some of you clicked it earlier, that's fine. And then in the comments section, simply type the word GIFT, 4 letters, G-I-F-T, and once you've done that, you can click the link in the bio or description, or you can type the link and go to gift.3z3.me. Oh, that's G-I-F-T dot, the number 3, the letter Z, and the number 3.me. That's gift.3z3.me. And this free gift is being provided today by the sponsor of this video, AIContentCreator.app, and click on the link, you'll be taken to the site, and there will be a blue button that is highlighted there for you. And the way it works is very simple. They support our channel and provide for you this free gift when you like, subscribe, or follow and type GIFT in the comments, which helps our channel with the algorithms. And then their hope is that you will see something you like, or you will fall in love with any of their products and services that you see there, and also because they're having a super 80% off promotion right now. Again, no purchase required and no hoops to jump through. Their AI bot will simply verify that you actually did perform the like, the subscribe, or follow to our channel, and that you type the word GIFT in the comments. And if you like anything you see there, they will in turn provide a small commission to us to help support our channel. Thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you at another video on our channel. And always remember, whether it's a basketball game that's tight until the end, a great tennis match comeback, an overtime win, or exciting ending in football, a boxing match against all odds, a track runner who fell but never gave up to get the win, an amazing goal kick in soccer, just know and rest assured that we keep a sharp eye focused on finding for you only the sports highlights that are competitions, games, or battles among the best of the day, week, or beyond. So, if you find it on our channel, you know it's HWW approved, because you can be sure that it's a highlight worth watching. See you next time, and God bless.